All right, welcome back. We are on day 5 of Unit 7, Trigonometry. And there's like an 8 question, I think. No, not even like 5 questions here, just to give you some ACT practice problems. So good luck. Try this one, hit pause, come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got 4/3. Okay, when they want tangent, just automatically think of TOA. And that'll remind you that tangent is opposite over adjacent. Label your triangle from wherever they put theta. This would be opposite of theta. This would be adjacent to theta. This would be the hypotenuse. So tangent of theta is opposite, which is 4, over adjacent, which is 3. Okay, try this one. Hit pause. Come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got sine. Okay, the graph below shows one period of which of the following trigonometric functions? Well, we know it ain't tangent because that looks like that. We know it's not cosine, not one period of cosine, not starting from the origin, because that would look like a bowl-looking thing. Okay, sine, that looks like sine, and it finishes in the right time. And the other ones I know, secant looks like this, and cotangent looks like this. Okay, they are up and down from each other. Okay, they're the parabola-looking things. So it's got to be the sine function. Okay, try this one. Hit pause. Come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got B. All right, it says a 140-foot rope is taut to the top of a flagpole and staked into the ground, forming a 37-degree angle with the ground. Which of the following choices could be used to find the length from the base of the flagpole to where the rope is staked to the ground? So from the base to here. So they're looking for this information. Well, if I'm standing here, label my triangle. This is adjacent. This is hypotenuse. The function that uses, I don't know, just remember your TOA. I'm looking for who uses adjacent and hypotenuse. That would be cosine. So I set up cosine 37 equals adjacent, which I don't know, over hypotenuse, which is 140. So if I was trying to get x alone, I'd multiply by 140, which gives me x equals 140 times cosine 37 degrees. And that's B. Okay. Try this one, hit pause, come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got K. So they say this function is equivalent to which of the following? Oh, there's our famous Pythagorean relationship. And cosine squared plus sine squared is 1. So I can replace this with 1. Sine over cosine is tangent, and 1 times tangent is tangent. So there you go. All right, and try this one. Hit pause. Come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got B. All right, a 15-foot ladder is laid against a wall, forming a 30-degree angle with the ground. How high does the ladder touch the wall? So they're looking for this T value. Well, again, if I'm standing here at the angle, this would be opposite. This would be hypotenuse, and that's a sine function. So I would have sine 30 equals opposite, which is T, over hypotenuse, which is 15. So to get T alone, what I would do is I would multiply by 15, multiply by 15, and I get T is equal to 15 times sine of 30 degrees. Now, what they want you to do, well, I don't know what they want you to do, but here's what I'm going to tell you to do. They don't really talk anything about calculator work on sine and cosine. They just really want you to, they really kept stressing you to memorize that 30, 60, 90 and the 45, 45, 90. And I have to say, going through this unit, it is pretty handy to remember that. This is a 30, 60, 90 triangle, which means, excuse me, remember that but next to 60 is the short leg, Next to 30 is the long leg. And then, of course, that's the hypotenuse. And the relationship on a 30, 60, 90 is whatever the short leg is, the long leg is that times the square root of 3, and the hypotenuse is double whatever the short leg is. So I can say that since 2x equals 15, okay, since 2x equals 15, if I want to figure out what x is, cut it in half, and I get x equals 7.5. Okay, that's one way to do it if you remember your 30, 60, 90 relationship. The other way to do it is just use a calculator. Now be careful, you got to make sure you're going to have to go to mode. You want to hit this key right here, and you want to check that third line and make sure you're in degrees if they're in degrees. If they've given you radians, which you can tell that because those are usually in pi, if they give you degrees, make sure your calculator's in degrees, and then you just type it in. I typed 15 and then hit my little sign key here. It opens parentheses, so I typed in 30, closed my angle, and then closed my multiplication parentheses, and you get 7.5 as well. All right, good job. I hope you did well, and I will see you next time.